Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of why do we do things we don't like? Well, it's simple. Life is not always about pleasure, right? The thing is that we live in a society where we need to do things that we don't like. We need to go to work. We need to be able to pay our bills. We need to be able to sometimes help out people. And definitely, we also do need to do things that we don't like, such as take care of our body. Why would we need to do that? Well, if you think about it, okay, you like candy. Well, haven't you ever heard the saying that too much of a good thing is a bad thing? Well, it comes back to that. Is basically, if you have too much candy, if you have too much pleasure in life, if you have too much of one thing or another, well, eventually the good thing, the thing that's giving you pleasure, will become bad. And that's why you need to have everything in kind of moderation. And that's where sometimes it comes down to, well, you got to do things that you don't want to do. If we were always doing, if let's say you're an adrenaline junkie, which is kind of sometimes a little bit crazy because you're basically putting yourself in danger all the time. But let's just say that you practice it safely and you just like to have those adrenaline rushes. Well, every time that you do that, there's some sort of wear and tear on your body because, well, bungee jumping from planes, all these things, well, it's not always great for you. And yeah, you could enjoy it, but if you just were to do it every single day, well, eventually you would probably injure your back or injure yourself in such a way that you couldn't do it for a long time. And it goes with everything. It could be like saying, well, it's important to keep on stretching as you age through life, which is very true because we as human beings tend to go back into that fetus position. So again, start hunching and all that stuff. And you see that especially with older people that don't exercise at all. But if you were to stretch 6 hours a day and try to become hyper flexible, well, then that would probably lead to some sort of injury. And that's the thing that I'm trying to say is you have to do everything, but you have to also use your head so that it doesn't become bad. It kind of goes with the whole thing about alcohol, for example, where, well, basically you are fine with drinking if you enjoy it and stuff like that, a cup of wine or a glass of wine, having some alcohol once in a while. But if you were to do it every single day, take away the regular water that you would drink and just drink alcohol all the time, well, first of all, your liver wouldn't be very happy, and at the same time, then basically, well, you wouldn't be able to function and you'd probably become some sort of alcoholic in one way or another. And you just wouldn't be very aware of what you are doing within life, what you're doing to yourself, what you're doing to the people around you, because it also affects the people around you the way that you are, and you might hurt yourself and others. So that's why you have to be able to have everything in moderation, even sleep, things that are actually good for our body. If you were to sleep 12 hours a day every single day, well, then you start getting atrophy within your muscles. You start getting bad things out of that. So everything in life has a moderation, has a way of telling you that you should not go to extremes. And we've seen it with people who, for example, become fruitarians, for example, and they get pancreatic cancers and stuff like that. Steve Jobs was one of the people who actually became one of those, and that's going to one extreme or another. Yes, fruit is good for you, it's natural, but if you just put your diet all into one thing, well, again, you're not going to be able to give all the nutrients to your body, and then it has circumstances that would be created within your body that would actually make you sick or die. So that's my point. And you are also, again, in the vein of doing things that you don't need to do or that you don't like doing and stuff like that is, again, we live in a society. I say that a lot in my videos, and we have to abide by certain rules. And we have this thing called money, which basically kind of binds us to a certain contract of, okay, you want to live in this place, well, you got to pay. And if you can't pay, well, then you become homeless, and that's the thing. And same with rules and stuff like that. And again, everything is within the extremes, within keeping it cool, because same goes with someone who overworks himself too much. Well, there's the consequence of, he or she has an abundance of money, but then it affects relationships, family life, your health. So it's still not healthy. You always have to find balance, yin and yang, basically. So that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.